not taking you with me.
Okay, hello everybody. Something just happened. um, it's been a pretty big week for me. I've had to take a step back from everything. So this is why I kind of noticed this kind of late, because I haven't really been paying attention to anything. I've been sort of on a sabbatical. If you read the Patreon update, or if you saw the update on Tacko 2D, you probably know what's going on. You know, this is kind of a big thing, and I wanted to cover this before it was out of the cycle. Sketchfab is not part of Epic Games no more.
Volví, se me está despertando la bestia.
Crazy. Sketchfab is now owned by Kitbash and GrayscaleGorilla, which was a merger that happened last year that I didn't know about. I did not know that Kitbash and GrayscaleGorilla had combined, much less did I know that GrayscaleGorilla was a thing. I didn't know about this. Obviously, who doesn't know Kitbash? But this raises a lot of questions for me. This was yesterday morning that this was announced. Today, Sketchfab and Artstation are becoming a part of Kitbash, the company behind the 3D art platforms Kitbash 3D and GrayscaleGorilla. Using Kitbash 3D, GrayscaleGorilla, artists and studios can access extensive libraries of 3D assets and materials, professional design and animation tools, education resources, and workflow technology that is integrated directly into creative applications. So this is really interesting. Together with Artstation and Sketchfab's art publishing and discovery platforms, artists are supported across the creative process, from bringing ideas to life to sharing their work and building their careers. So basically, they're promising, hey, ArtStation is going to be the center of this again. ArtStation is going to be a portfolio again. People are going to value it. And hey, I'm going to be honest, I have not valued ArtStation in a long time. And I really do think that has to do completely with how Epic has managed their product, because it's become an AI pit, you know? It's kind of just lost its integrity to a certain degree. Let's see. ArtStation and Sketchfab are go-to platforms for artists to share and manage their art. Kitbash will expand opportunities for every artist at every stage of their creation process to connect and showcase their work in new ways, said Bill Clifford, SVP of Unreal Ecosystems at Epic Games. Epic and Kitbash have had a long-standing partnership, and we look forward to continuing to work together to offer open and accessible platforms for all creators. So, it's phrased as sort of like a partnership, right? But Sketchfab is now owned by Kitbash. But if you remember, Sketchfab was bought by Epic Games years ago. You know, they changed how much the percentage you get off every sale. I believe before it was 20% that you'd get, and that the company would get. After Epic bought Sketchfab, it was down to 12%, just like the Unreal Engine Marketplace at the time and Fab right now. But everyone knew that the reason that they bought Sketchfab was because they were getting ready to integrate it into the Unreal Marketplace using Fab, which I still, to this day, am still a little disappointed by, because it's not what they said it is. They said it was going to be a hub of content for ArtStation, Sketchfab, and Unreal Engine Marketplace. The way they phrased it when they announced it was that it was going to be sort of like a connected marketplace rather than a subsuming of every other store. So, and I always found it weird that they never closed the ArtStation store. The ArtStation store has been open all this time. And even more interesting is that you the migrate listings function, I remember there was an ArtStation migrate listings function which was never active. It was never active. We only ever had the Sketchfab migrate listings. So Maybe I'm misremembering. That's just what I remember it being. But that's gone now. When you look at the migrate listings section on your Fab listing, it is only Sketchfab. And I wouldn't be surprised if that goes away soon, because if we go on Sketchfab right now, the get it on Fab links are gone. So usually when a model is on Fab that's imported through the migrate listings from way back when, there'd be a big badge right here on this side of the screen saying get it on Fab. It's not there no more. And I like to add, interestingly enough, the last time Sketchfab interacted with Fab was back in April 2016. It's just interesting as all. So it looks like it's not going to be completely amicable, this divorce. But in my theory is that it seems like Epic Games has gutted Sketchfab for what they wanted and is moving on. You know, they made Fab. They have the Sketchfab license to use the 3D viewer. Recently, they added video previews, which I think has always been on the radar on the update request form for Fab, and you know it's finally on the store. But it makes me wonder: did they do video import? Did they do video uploads in case they lose through the viewer? So it's just interesting how like you could always feel it, and now this 100% confirms there was a split about Fab and Sketchfab. There was a huge split, and I always talked about it. It's weird. I've always said it. It has always been very different from the team that we see at Sketchfab, you know. But now it's making me wonder. Kitbash and GrayscaleGorilla, they sell their kits. They sell this stuff, and they go to pretty big clients. Like these are huge clients. Pretty sure there was a period of time where you could just claim like this Cyberpunk bundle from Kitbash, and I think I have it. But it's interesting how like in all their notices they're going like, hey, your licenses are still gonna work. What you bought is still gonna work. Nothing's gonna change for now, is what they keep saying. As you can see down here, does this change how I use Sketchfab? No, you can continue to share and download models on Sketchfab like you have before. Will my Sketchfab pricing plan change? There are no changes to pricing or subscription plans for Sketchfab products as part of this transition. Your current plan and features remain as they are today. Do I still own my models? Yes, your intellectual property, 3D models, and creative work will always belong. Kitbash is committed to protecting your creator ownership and attribution and your right. We're gonna go to explore. Will my license features still work? Does my enterprise agreement continue? Enterprise agreements will continue to be honored, and nothing changes about how enterprise customers can use Sketchfab. So, the enterprise customers, these are the people that, the companies that use Sketchfab for the 3D viewer. You know, I think Ashley's Furniture is a client. So there's plenty of companies that are just using the 3D viewer to display certain things on their websites, on their stores, and it's interesting. It's very interesting to me because that's totally what their main product is. That's 100% what their product is, right? Because like, yeah, people pay for Sketchfab for more uploads a month. Because right now we get 10 upload credits a month, and if you get the membership, it's $15 for Pro a month, or 79 for the premium, and of course the Enterprise, you gotta get a quote for it. It's 180 a year or $948 a year, which you know it's cool. I had Pro for a year because of that whole upload to through Megascans app. Not the Megascans app. it's a scanning app. I forgot which one it was. Doesn't really matter. It's not on topic today. But I don't believe that these tiers are really what's supporting Sketchfab. I do believe it is the enterprise tier that is, because there's no way, the common Sketchfab artist is supporting it. Because look at me, I have how many uploads? 307 uploads. I've never actually paid for Sketchfab Premium because a lot of people, they make their models free to download. Which when you make a model free to download, you get a credit back. So you can kind of just upload however you want. I've always viewed Sketchfab as a bit of a money pit. That's why I always said I think the days are numbered. Because without the Sketchfab store, what's really holding it together? And obviously, that would be the latter mentioned enterprise tier and the for business guys. You see, this is what it's really about. Getting these websites showcase their models, getting these websites to showcase their models with the 3D viewer. This is the value that they get from it. And see, they have some pretty significant clients from Yamaha to Dell, Crocs, Balenciaga, even the British Museum. So this is where the money's at for them. When I say is the Sketchfab store coming back, it's still a huge amount of copium. We're still hoping. Um, I honestly would love it if the Sketchfab store came back because they have the tech already. They already have the infrastructure, but it makes me think like, hey, why not bring it back? Although I'm sure Epic Games would not let go of Sketchfab just so they can go and restart the store. Because a lot of people already trust Sketchfab. A lot of people already love Sketchfab.
In a time of both crisis and also opportunity. On the upside, there's a new generation of gamers coming in with new tastes in games, and they're playing games at a higher rate than any previous generation before. And the biggest games, like Fortnite, are once again growing and thriving. But underneath this, there's a serious challenge.
And the business side of my brain is thinking, if I was Epic Games, why would I allow them to be purchased and then also probably make more money than my store? And then we're already still, I mean, they probably own that version of the Sketchfab viewer now. That's probably one of the loopholes that they gave. Like, hey, yeah, you guys can take him for a bargain, but we're gonna keep this. I bet they sold under the stipulation that they don't reopen the store. There's no way. I doubt it. Because again, somehow I doubt subscribers to Sketchfab Premium and Pro are really holding this site up. I'm sure they're supporting it in some way, right? But the moneymaker has always been the Sketchfab store. And I said this years ago. I said this a long time ago when that press release came out saying there's gonna be like the Sketchfab models that you have will be available to download for the foreseeable future. Probably means they planned on canning Sketchfab. But Kitbash and Grayscale probably came in and saved them. Or someone reached out saying it's interesting, it's possible. Okay, now here is the press release from Kitbash themselves. Kitbash acquires Sketchfab and Artstation. Whether you're building games, VFX, film, television, commercials, visualization, or emerging media, our goal is to help you create better work faster. We know that building worlds is only one part of the process. You also need places to find inspiration, share your work, and connect with the community. That's why we're excited to share that Artstation and Sketchfab are moving from Epic Games to join Kitbash, expanding our portfolio of creative platforms that includes Kitbash and GrayscaleGorilla, so the family just gets bigger. A connected ecosystem. Sound familiar? We already read this quote earlier. Yeah, Yeah, we read that earlier. The FAQ here. Nothing changes for you guys. Are there immediate product integrations or roadmaps being announced? No. We're taking the time to listen and learn directly from the people who use these spaces every single day. We will share updates transparently as our long-term plan develops. So, I kind of hope that this message lands on some influential ears because I really want to know. Because if we go to Artstation, very interestingly, Artstation Store is still on. Epic never closed it. They closed Sketchfab. If there was any store to close, it would have been the Artstation Store. If you were going to leave something open, you leave Sketchfab open. Because Sketchfab, people love Sketchfab. Artstation Store, though, I've never heard of anyone going like, oh yeah, I bought this on Artstation. I love Artstation. No disrespect, but I've uploaded plenty of stuff here, and as you can see, it's not as robust as any other platform I've uploaded to. I only have greatest hits on here, and it never really got that much bigger. I've had like maybe a few sales. It didn't do as good as CG Trader. CG Trader and Artstation Store. If I was gonna make a tier list, they're on the bottom. So what happens to the abandoned child that is the Sketchfab Store? It's very interesting because what is Artstation doing? Like, look, check this out. We heard a lot from artists today, including many who have stepped away from Artstation and are hopeful about what this chapter could mean. We're listening. There's trust to earn, a lot to learn, and important work ahead. The feedback we're hearing from artists matters. There's been a lot of backlash to Artstation for a long time because it's been nothing but a slop pit. You know, Artstation hasn't been useful in a long time. When I apply to a job on Artstation, I don't get emails back anymore. Before, you'd actually hear something from people on Artstation. I actually got some work off Artstation once. I've actually gotten clients through Artstation once. And now that traffic has completely halted. It's been frozen for years for whatever reason. So see, look, we care deeply about supporting professional artists and the time, craft, and effort that goes into the work they create. Your voices will be an important part of how we think about what comes next. Keep it coming. We're here and we're listening. I'm excited because I for once have no idea where we're going. Right? But I did say this stuff would happen a long time ago. It was like there's no way they're not gonna chop Artstation. There's no way they're gonna keep Sketchfab going. Because again, these are just money pits. All they were doing was losing money, I think. There's no way. You don't get rid of something if you want it. The clear thing is, the obvious thing is that Epic Games has gutted these products, taken what they want, and thrown them away. Right? Hopefully, we see some sort of restoration of honor, I guess, under Kitbash 3D. I'm not saying they're the messiah or nothing, but you know, there's reason to be interested in this. There's reason to put your eye on this. Hey, maybe Artstation's gonna stop it with the AI stuff. That'd be great. I mean, I don't think I've heard Kitbash or GrayscaleGorilla doing AI stuff, are they? They have like their own launcher, like Quixel Mixer or whatever. I don't know. I might look into this because I've never heard of Cargo. I've never tried it. Maybe they'll give people chances to be part of the subscription. That'd be fun. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Let's see, have I covered everything? But yeah, that's about everything I have. If I did miss something, I probably forgot. We didn't go over this article, but it seems like, oh look, we got Sweeney's stuff. Thanks and congratulations to Kitbash, the new home to the Artstation and Sketchfab communities, and a great team we worked with for a long time. The Unreal Marketplace successor site Fab remains with Epic and is evolving in parallel with UE6. I don't agree with Chuds. Not even if they're... Okay. This part of our effort to update our tech architecture and the company for a more open standard, standards-based 3D future. What the fuck? Lore. The lowest level of this is lore. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that matters. Not right now, or at least. This is big. Because it could be, this could mean Renaissance. Or it could be Doom. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I know it was rant adjacent. I know it was not as organized as other videos. But, you know, I had to come back to make something about it. And, we'll be back for the sabbatical soon, I'm sure. But, thank you. And bye. See you in the next one. Sweeney, it's me, Netanyahu. Put Sonic in Fortnite.